What's up, everyone? It's Aaron Prinz for howcanigetrich.biz, and today I want to take you through the basics of our marketing and our email system. This is the front end of your website. For us right now, I'm using the demo site, obviously demo for demo reasons. And here's the demo of our back end. Right now it says demo.howcanigetrich.biz/wp-admin/. For you, that would be your username. And the same would be for your URL here to show the front end of your website. So once you get here, you won't see this newsletter tab. You won't see this marketing system. What I want you to do is I want you to go to plugins and at least activate these two components. So the howcanigetrich.biz email system and the marketing system. You can activate them individually or select the bulk activation and it will activate those two systems. By the way, if you're not skilled in WordPress, that's not a problem. We've got you covered. With each install, so every new user that signs up, we have a video tutorial system included. Just click the link on the sidebar and there's over 16 videos here that will teach you from start to finish how you can use this very system. And I'm here today to basically take you through the newsletter system and the marketing system. So let's jump on right in. Let's start with the newsletter campaigns. What we can do is we can start a new campaign, and it's actually fairly easy. Let's call this thing test campaign. That will automatically fill in the subject. You can do anything in the pre-header, the from name, from email, and reply to email. Very easy to do. We'll get here in the actual email. And to add content, let's add a module here. Let's add a full-size image. Now obviously this blue thing probably does not do what you want it to do, so we're going to add our own image. So let's hit edit. That'll bring up the editor. And as you can see, I have two options here now. Let's do the cover here, and let's hit insert, and that will automatically place in that picture. Let's add another module. Let's change this text for an instant. Let's hit edit. As you can see, it's a live editor, so whatever you type in here comes in the final email, so you can see what you're doing and you know what you're up to. Let's say you want to remove this read more button. I usually do. We hit edit and we click here in the left hand corner, delete the element, remove the element completely. Now let's say the last minute you want to drop this thing or want to drag this top image to the bottom. You simply roll over, move module down, click once, and it'll move it to the bottom. Now, let's say you want to send this to a specific list. With our system, you can create unlimited lists, and as you can see here in the right-hand corner, I have a couple lists created. So for now, I'll just select one called Opportunity. And we can set a couple more things. We can send this as a regular campaign, so we can schedule it for another date and another time by just changing the numbers and dates around. Or we can make this an auto-responding campaign. So let's say that someone opts into your report list where you're going to send them a free report. You want to send this as an autoresponder, include the link here in the text where they can download the file, and you can send it 1 minute after a user signed up. But let's say you create an email sales funnel. You might want to do, after they opted in, the first one after 1 minute, and then create a new email, click the autoresponder tab and send this as autoresponder, and send it after 1 day. And then make another one and send it after 2 days after the user signed up. So it's condition based. That's how this is called. So the condition is if someone signs up 2 days after the user signed up, it will be sent. Now, obviously, don't forget to save the newsletter because obviously all your work will get lost. And that actually gives me the chance to show you another cool feature. You can click here on View Newsletter. There is an online function where you can send out the link, the direct link to your email or to your newsletter that you made, and everyone on the World Wide Web can watch it. They don't have to subscribe to your list. They just can get the see the email. Now, in some chances, that's pretty cool. In other chances, obviously, if there's a special link in here where you would only give it to them if they would have sold something or bought something or would have opted into your list, you wouldn't really want to put this thing somewhere public. There's share functions included, which is really neat for social marketing. So that's really quick how to send up both an regular email and an autoresponder. To add a list here, you want to go in the left-hand corner on the menu, you'll see lists, and you'll be able to edit your existing lists here by rolling over them. Here, you'll see they can click quick edit or regular edit and create as many lists as you want. The biggest tip that I can give you, if you promote multiple opportunities, make sure to separate those leads in separate lists. Now, along with a list, you need to create a separate form, a form that will only opt in the users into that specific list. So let's go ahead and do that. Hover over the settings button, click on newsletter, and that will take you to the newsletter settings page. We'll let this load, and up on top here we'll find a few tabs and we'll click on forms. I've already created 2, so let's add another one for this demo video. So I just selected the opportunity list, so let's create a new form here. And so let's go from top to bottom. This is the short code. The short code you can put in anywhere on this very site. So on your very site that you have, you can put it in a widget, in a page, or in a post, and it will always show up the correct form. Sorting, pretty easy, I guess. We don't want the email to be up top, so we select it, hold the mouse button, and we drag it down to the bottom. Now, personally, when I opt in users, I don't really want their last name. I would want it, but I don't need it, so I'll probably deselect this and require the first name. We can also select the first name, obviously, and require the last name as well. But as said, for this purpose, we're not going to do that. So we want to select the list, subscribe new users to, not this list, but only this list. And we can set a redirect after submission. So if they hit the submit button, I'll redirect them, in this case, to facebook.com. For example, right? You can put in any single link here. Let's say you created a special thank you page, remember, or copy that URL to that page and put that in here. And once they hit the submit button via this list, it will automatically take them through the thank you page. So before you can do anything with this, you have to save your changes. So let's go on ahead and do that. We'll go back to the Forms tab automatically here. And you'll see here now there's the Embed Form option. So we click on that. And if you want to use the form internally, so within your site on howcanigetrich.biz, you want to copy this form by selecting it all and copying it. Let's say you have a peer leverage site or an Empower Network blog and you want to use our email system, just copy this iframe section here, copy that into your blog post on any other opportunity that you've joined. You'll still be able to use our email system and store the unlimited leads, create unlimited lists, separate it all. It's all ready to go for you. So let's copy this code because we'll need it in the next step when we're going to create a marketing page, which is what I'm going to do next. So this is the basics that you really need to know about the email system to at least get you started. So let's go and hop on to the marketing system here. You can start from anywhere, basically. Let's go and do a get started for a pre-launch builder. Let's have a look. Let's go for the pre-launch demo. Let's load the selected builder. And I have a couple, or we set you up with a couple different themes ready to go. So let's use the simple video landing page here. Let's create a new page. So here we are apparently in the regular page section, but here appears the How Can I Get Rich editor. We click on that and the drag and drop system appears. When you hover your mouse in the gray area, you see the final page basically on the right. If you hover over the page like this, you can actually see everything appears, and you can drag and drop everything around. So let's edit this headline here. We click edit, we click the little pencil, and this widget pops up. I want to, you'll have to look around depending on what widget you're using, what the functions are, what the features are. I really suggest you just play with it and see what works best for you. But in this case, I simply want to edit the text. So let's edit and view content, and you'll see here the text that was just here in the page. So let's remove that, and let's call this Aaron's demo video. We'll click save, and we'll click save changes here, and it will automatically change into the text that I just put in. So here we have a video option. So obviously we're going to have to go and get a video. Let's hit this edit button here first so we see what we'll need. Select YouTube here. You can do a self-hosted one if you have a video uploaded to our system, because that's possible too via the media uploader, which you'll learn in the WordPress training course. You can put that URL in here, the self-hosted URL. If you'd like to use the built-in video player with your own file, enter the full URL to the video here. So that's the place where you should put that. But regularly I would go for a YouTube video, so let's select YouTube. And here it asks for YouTube video ID. So let's go onto YouTube to the howcanigetrich.biz videos. And let me take one of my own videos, such as the 7 steps to SEO basics. I want to go ahead and pause that. And here's what you need to copy from the video URL and able to set that up correctly. Let's pause that for a second. Here we have the code up top. That's the video ID. So let's copy that. Let's go back to the page, remove this, and paste that in here. This will make the right video appear in the right place. Now, I suggest when you have a landing page like this to put it on autoplay and to disable the controls. So that way they won't have the control bar to pause, turn down the sound, etc. Let's hit save changes for now. So now we know that the right video is in the right box. Now we've done that, I'll show you a cool drag and drop feature which I personally really like. Let's say that you want the image underneath the graphic bullet list. You just pick it up. So click with the mouse and hold your left mouse button. Drag it all the way to the bottom. As you see, the pop appears. Look, I move it back, you'll see it pops. And once it popped, you know you can drop it. You can release your mouse. So it's going to pop to the top right there. And now I can drop the other one or release the mouse, and that will put the image on the bottom. Let's say that I need my graphic bullet list to have all the attention instead of the video. We'll simply drag it to the other side, release it there, and there's your bullet list. Pull the video off to the sidebar here, let it go, and there's your video in the sidebar. And obviously you want to put the image there then too, so let's do that for now. So you can basically configure everything from start to finish. You can even add widgets by clicking the plus button, for example. Let's, what should we insert? Let's insert a block quote. So here we have the block quote. And obviously this is the lorem ipsum text, which is the default text that's used on the World Wide Web. And you could use this for a quote, actually by a customer, perhaps. So let's do my name here and my website. And I really love the drag and drop squeeze page creator used by howcanigetrich.biz. Let's save that here, save it here, and within a couple of seconds it will change the block quote to what I just typed in. So now that we want to have a little overview here, alright, well, I kind of dig this for now as it's the demo. We'll just hit update. Now what this will do, this will merely update what we've just edited, but it won't really publish the page. So what you need to do, you need to give the page a name, and a good slug. A good slug is the URL or the little bit of text that comes after your main domain. So we called it test page. Let's call the slug test page. Let's hit publish. That will publish it to the site, obviously. And now here we have the view page. Open it in a new tab. We'll see that the video will start to autoplay. I'll pause it once it starts. Here we go. But here's the change text that I did. Here's the video. Here's my quote. Here's my thing on the left instead of the right. And here's my opt-in form. Now, we want to make this form work, obviously, because if I click now, it says we haven't filled in the autoresponder code. Let's go back to the editor. And as said, if I'm correct, I still have, the code that we just copied in the newsletter settings page where we just created the form. I still have that under my control copy. We click here in the video editor on the opt-in form on the little pencil there. We scroll all the way down to the bottom. Nope, it's not under my control copy. So let's open up a new tab. Let's go to the dashboard again, and let's obtain this code that we're going to need. Click on newsletter. We go to the forms, select the form we want to use, copy the code, and we want to put it in here. Want to hit save changes. Want to go back to the top, hit update. Let's click update here to update the full page. There we go. All right, so now if we go to our little demo page that we've just created here, I'm going to pause the video. We click here, and now it works. We can simply put in our email address. So this should give you a general idea of how the system works, how you can get started. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.